Hi, my name is Malcolm Clemens Young. I'm the Dean of Grace Cathedral in San Francisco, California, and welcome to Yoga on the Labyrinth. Today's theme is Earth as Temple, and it immediately brought to mind one of my favorite Northern Californians of all time, John Muir. John Muir was born into a family of 8. He was born in Scotland, and his family migrated to the United States in 1849. That was the same year that this congregation was established here in San Francisco. John Muir's father was a very severe Calvinist. It was a very strict upbringing that he had, and he memorized huge portions of the Bible. And when he grew up, he began working in a wagon-making factory. And it was in Indiana. And as he was working with a lathe, a file broke off and struck him in the eye and made him blind. So for a period of 6 weeks, he was in a darkened room, not sure whether he was going to be blind permanently or not. It was a terrible time, and yet at the same time, it was a time of rediscovery and of self-discovery. He realized that he wanted to dedicate his life to seeing the natural world, to becoming a kind of botanist, a natural philosopher, to see the world as it really was. Now, I don't know about you, but you may go for a walk and it may be 2 miles or it may be 4 miles or 8 miles. When John Muir went for a walk, it was 1,000 miles. He walked from Kentucky to Florida and wrote a book about it. And when he came to Northern California, he absolutely fell in love with Yosemite Valley. He loved the experience of being in those, what he called cathedrals of redwood trees. He loved the feeling of holiness and peacefulness and transcendence that he experienced out in nature. Many of us experience the same thing in the Muir Woods that's named after him in Marin County. But that experience of transcendence, that is what cathedrals are built for. And it's actually what yoga is for too. Yoga and cathedrals remind us of that peacefulness, that depth that is so close to our heart. It reminds us of how the importance of transcendence can structure our lives and give our lives meaning and give us the resources that we need from the inside of us to be able to care for others and cultivate the world. I'm so grateful that you're joining us today for this yoga practice. I'm looking forward very much to the day when we can all gather together. Thanks very much for being here.
Welcome to Grace Cathedral and Yoga on the Labyrinth. My name is Darren Main, and I'll be sharing this practice with you today. I also have Egmont Sonale here, who will be providing our music as we practice. And as you can see around me, I have a number of yoga models that will be helping to demonstrate the poses for you, at least until we can all rejoin in this beautiful space together, hopefully soon. The theme for this practice is Earth Day and our connection to the earth. And this is a fundamental part of why we practice asana. It helps us tap into our physicality and grounds us in our connection to the earth. So as you practice, consider that you are practicing not just for your own body and your own health and wellness, but for the wellness of our planet and all the beings that we share this planet with. Let's begin our practice with a meditation. You can come to a comfortable seat. You can close your eyes and straighten your back. And let one breath flow into the next. Notice the busyness of your mind and the busyness of the world around you. Take a moment to feel yourself connected to the earth, sitting on the earth. And become aware of the fact that there is no place where you end and the earth begins. Notice that connection. Our opening meditation is from Chief Luther, Standing Bear. Kinship with all creatures of the earth, sky, and water was a real and active principle. In the animal and bird world, these existed as brotherly feelings that kept the Lakota safe among them. And so did some of the Lakotas come to their featherhead and furred friends. In true brotherhood, they spoke a common tongue. I've asked Ege to lead us in our opening Om.
Inhaling together.
The eyes remain closed. Empty the lungs completely. And then inhale from your belly, through the ribs, through the collarbone. And exhale from the collarbone slowly down. 5 in, from the belly up. And 5 out from the top down. Five in, 5 out. Maintain this breath, allowing it to become your anchor as you practice. Return to this breath whenever the mind wanders. As you're ready, you can open your eyes and begin to slowly transition to child pose. You can extend the arms out in front of you. Allow the forehead to touch the earth. Child pose is our resting pose. It also grounds us to the earth when we touch the forehead to the earth. Anytime you need a rest in your practice at home or here at the cathedral, you can come to this pose. Please listen to your body, doing only what feels appropriate for you, and you can rest or leave pose out or use any modifications that feel safe and appropriate. As you're ready, come on up to a table position on the hands and knees. And we'll begin with some cat and cow, dropping the belly down as you inhale and rounding the spine as you exhale. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the heart. Exhale, rounding the spine, flowing back and forth. Beautiful. Taking your first downward dog, you can curl the toes under. Keep the knees bent as you lift the hips. Spread the fingers wide. Notice any resistance in your shoulders or hamstrings or back. You can begin stepping up and down. Shift the hips side to side. And coming fully into your body, into the pose. Noticing the resistance. And rather than deny the resistance, allow it to become the center point of your practice. That resistance is where your growth happens. And again, drop the knees to the earth and push back to child pose. Breathe 5 in and 5 out. As you're ready, again, come up to a table, enter downward facing dog. You can walk the feet slowly to the hands. and hang forward in a ragdoll. Take hold of the elbows and sway side to side. Beautiful. Again, notice any resistance you may feel in your body if your back or neck or hamstrings are tight. Now come up slowly, one vertebra at a time, all the way to standing. Beautiful. Step to the top of your mat. Bring the hands to the heart. Surya Namaskar. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold and touch the earth. You can step the feet back. Drop the knees, the chest and the chin. And then pull through for cobra. Push back as you exhale to downward facing dog. Breathe here. 5 in and 5 out. Step or hop the feet forward, folding the body deep. Reach the arms up. Hands to the heart. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold deep. Look forward. Step or hop the feet back. And you can use your knees or take full chaturanga, lowering down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Breathe here. 5 in, 5 out. Step or hop the feet forward. Take a deep fold. Reach the arms high. Hands to the heart. Again, last one. Inhale, reach high. Fold deep. Look forward. Step or hop back. And cycle through. Upward dog. Downward dog. Breathe. Take 10 breaths here, or 10 breaths in child pose, noticing the effects of your practice. Beautiful. Becoming aware of causation, that everything has a cause and an effect. At the core of our yoga practice, and it is at the core of how we care for the earth. Every choice we make has an effect, for better or worse. Notice the effects of your practice. Coming up to table. Downward facing dog. And then take your right leg high in the air, bring it forward. Drop the left knee down and inhale the arms up. Lunge deep here. Shift the left hip forward, lift the breastbone high. Bring the hands to the back of the head, opening the chest and heart. 5 in, 5 out. Reach high, hands down, step back, down dog. Left leg lifts high, bring it forward, dropping the knee, and reach the arms up. Begin by aligning your hips. That right hip sliding forward, the breastbone lifting up, and then the hands to the head. 5 in, 5 out. Reach high, hands to the earth. Step forward this time. Fold deep. Bend your knees and reach the arms up for chair pose. Beautiful. Sit deeper. Lift the heart higher. Go deeper. Straighten and fold. Take hold of the big toes. Looking forward to flatten the back. Exhale, deepen the fold. If you're struggling to touch your toes, if your hamstrings are tight, you can use a yoga block if you have one at home. Again, bend your knees. Inhale, chair. Make sure you can see your big toes. And drop the hips lower. Lift the heart higher. Smile. The rest of the world cannot see your smile behind that mask, but you will feel the difference just the same. Straighten. Again, fold. Taking your right foot back, ground the heel and open to warrior 2. Deep lunge. Reach through the fingers. Breathing. Breathing. Straighten the knee. If you need to align your stance a bit, you can. Reach out and down. Touch the ceiling. Bend the knee, come up, warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Inhale up, both hands to the floor. Step forward, fold deep. Bend the knees, chair. Drop deep. You can go deeper. Straighten. Beautiful fold. Touch the earth. This time the left foot back. Open to the side. Warrior 2. Breathe. Lunge. 5 in, 5 out. Straighten the knee, reach out, and drop down. Triangle pose. Inhale up, bend the knee, reverse warrior. Inhale up, hands down to the earth. Step forward, deep fold. Inhale the arms up, and this time bring the hands to the heart, close the eyes. Find your breath. Deep breaths. 5 in, 5 out. Notice the effects of your practice. Let's take a balancing pose. Now, if you're at home practicing and balancing is challenging, finding a wall or a chair or something you can stabilize yourself with one hand may be helpful. Standing on the right foot, you can bring your left foot to your ankle, to your calf, or all the way up to the inner thigh. Pick the option that is best for you, finding that place where you can balance without falling. Hands can remain at the heart or up overhead. Finding a point on the earth to gaze at will help you to maintain your balance. And if you fall, simply come back. No detours into self-judgment. Hands to the heart, foot to the earth. Switch sides. Notice that the two sides may be different. And bring the arms up if you can maintain your balance. Breathe. Hands to the heart, foot to the earth. Beautiful. We're going to work on coordination for just a moment. I'm going to have you cross one ankle over the other, and then go in the other direction where it's going to be more challenging in your nervous system. Carefully use your hands if you need them. You're going to attempt to sit down, hopefully without falling. Hopefully. We're going to take our legs out in front of us for Paschimottanasana. Flex the feet, big toes point straight up. If you have a strap or a towel, that can help you reach your feet if your hamstrings are tight. Inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, fold forward. Take hold of your big toes or the sides of your feet. And then focus on elongating the spine and leading the heart toward the top of the feet. Breathe here. Beautiful. Go deeper if you can. One way for many to deepen this pose is simply bend the elbows toward the earth. Keep inwardly rotating the thighs. And 5 in and 5 out. Inhale, come up. And arms down. Janu Shavasana, take the right foot to the inner left thigh. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, fold over the extended leg. Beautiful. Each inhalation elongates the spine. Each exhalation lengthens you forward and down. Five in, 5 out. Inhale up, before we do the other side, take the right hand to the earth behind you and lift up and reach back. Breathe here. Rotate the heart toward the sky. And release. Come down. Switch sides. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold over the extended leg, squaring off the shoulders. Five in, five out. Inhale up, arms down. Take the left hand to the earth behind you, reach up and back. Smile, breathe, enjoy the pose. And release. Take both feet flat on the earth. Tuck the knees up toward the chest and the heels toward the buttocks. Draw yourself up nice and tall. Take your left hand to your right knee and your right hand to the earth behind you. And begin twisting to the right. Inhale, lengthen tall. Exhale, twist deep. Come center to the other side. If you want to go a little deeper, you can bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. And release. Slowly recline to your back. Take a moment here to take a few long, deep breaths. Simply enjoying the effects of your practice. Now take the feet flat on the earth. If you have a block at home, you're welcome to use your block, and I will show you how in just a moment. Take the feet flat on the earth, lift the hips, roll the shoulder blades toward one another, and clasp the hands beneath you. Hold here. If you want to use your block, it can be positioned under the sacrum for a supported bridge. 5 in, 5 out. Keep arching the upper back. Releasing out slowly as you're ready. Take a moment to lie flat on your back. At this time, you can either go upside down, if that's part of your practice, and some of our models here today may do a shoulder stand, or you can take a restorative pose, bringing the soles of the feet together, putting a hand on the heart, a hand on the belly. A word of caution about going upside down: if you have any medical concerns or injuries, especially unregulated high blood pressure, recent surgery, or anything at all that would affect your neck, you should probably avoid this until you talk to your physician. Breathe. You can keep the breath at 5 in and 5 out, or you can deepen your breath, if it's available, to 10 counts in and 10 counts out. Deep breaths. Beautiful. As you're ready, you can release from whatever pose you're in and take any finishing movement your body would enjoy. Anything we did not get to in this practice that your body is asking for, whether that's a traditional yoga pose or just a movement that would feel really good. In a moment, we'll be preparing for deep relaxation. And it's important to keep the body warm, so if you have layers, you can cover up. If you have blankets, you can cover up. You're going to lie flat on your back, palms facing up for shavasana. Whenever you're ready, you can release from whatever pose you're in, flowing naturally into shavasana. Letting the body grow heavy, dropping deep into the earth. And as you close your eyes, and as your body grows heavy, simply take in the rhythm of your breath and the sound of Ege's music. Completely let go. Bring awareness to your breath. Bring awareness to your body. Move your fingers and your toes, and reach the arms overhead. Stretch and lengthen the body. Draw the knees to the chest. And carefully roll to one side. Come slowly to sitting and close the eyes in meditation. One breath leads into the next. Again, feel your connection to the earth and your responsibility to care for the earth. Our closing meditation is again from Chief Luther Standing Bear. There is a road in the hearts of all of us, hidden and seldom traveled, which leads to an unknown secret place. The old people came literally to love the soil, and they sat or reclined on the ground with a feeling of being close to a mothering power. Their teepees were built upon the earth, and their altars were made of the earth. The soul was soothing, strengthening, cleansing, and healing. That is why the old Indian still sits upon the earth instead of propping himself up away from its life-giving forces. For him, to sit or lie upon the ground is to be able to think more deeply and to feel more keenly. He can see more clearly into the mysteries of life and come closer in kinship to others living about him. I've asked Ege to lead us in our closing 7 ohms.
Big inhale together.
bow to all beings. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining us in this practice. Thank you so much to the models who demonstrated yoga for us here today. It was so nice not to be the only one practicing in this big, beautiful cathedral. So thank you all for being here. Thank you, Egmont Sonley, for your music today. It was amazing and beautiful as always. A few quick announcements. We are working toward reopening Yoga on the Labyrinth. Much depends on the state of the pandemic, but we are moving in a very positive direction. So be sure to keep an eye on the Grace Cathedral website and the Yoga on the Labyrinth Facebook page, and hopefully sometime in June we will be reopening. If you enjoyed this practice and you'd like to contribute in some way, you can make a donation through the Grace Cathedral website, and you can also learn more about the other events, both online and soon-to-be real-world events happening here at the Cathedral at gracecathedral.org, and you can learn more about me and my work at darrenmain.com. Thank you all so much for being part of this practice, and we'll see you in the next one. Namaste.